Hi, and welcome back to the Tonebar channel. All right, today I'm going to go through the list of the attributes of the Tonebar and about shipping. But first, let's hear from our sponsor, the Tonebar. Okay. When you put a tone bar in your guitar, when I play that guitar, you feel that guitar just down, the whole guitar vibrates. It hits you in the gut. Now, okay, first we're going to go over shipping. Thank you for everybody for ordering. I put the link to the eBay site on each one of my videos. The same link. Okay, because when I sold out and I had to relist, it got a new URL. So, and then the old video had the old URL in it. I can't find them. They're not on eBay. But then when you relist them, they get a new URL. So I'm got a constant supply of everything now, so I won't let that ad with that URL run out. I keep adding to the totals so that URL is still good. So y'all are finding me. They're going out every day. I've had a lot of, not a lot, but less than 10 out of 600 say, hey man, I ain't got it yet. Well, look, it is, this type of mail is slow. Here's what you're getting in the mail. It's a little yellow envelope, and it's non-machinable because it's got a tone bar in it. I don't want them to bend the tone bar going through some machine, so these have to be hand sorted. First class mail. Okay, you get this little package here. That's what's coming. It's slow. All of them are going to get there. I've sent a bunch to Hawaii. I even sent one today to Alaska. I've sent them to almost every state now. And okay, let's do the shipping thing first because that's what everybody's concerned with. Comes in a little package. You get to show us the product. Show us the product. There's the product. That's the tone bar with the patent number on it, and I send you a sticker for your guitar case or wherever you want to put it at. I got one on my car. And then you get a little instruction sheet that shows you how to put them on there and how to bend it up and all that. Okay, so you get a tone bar, you get a sticker, an instruction sheet inside this little manila envelope. Now, I've had a lot of people from Canada wanting these, okay? I just shipped one to Canada. If you live in Canada and you want a tone bar, it's $17. That's just the post office. It ain't nothing about me. So $17 that goes to Canada. Buy more. You and your friends get together and buy a bunch of them. Then I'll send them to Canada for $17. Okay. A lot of these are going internationally through eBay's international shipping system, and I send them to some place, Glen Heights, Illinois, and I think that's a hub. And then they get labeled and sent to their destination. So people are buying them internationally. So if you're wanting them in UK and you're wanting them in Australia, and I've had people over in Germany wanting them, it's the demand. People that get it, and the people that don't, that's fine. That's fine. But I offer free shipping anywhere in the country, and then I do offer free shipping. It goes to that hub internationally, and they get charged whatever. I don't know. That's eBay's deal. Like I said, they come in this little non-machinable package, first class mail, so they're slow. Please give it time. Okay, these people that are you guys, you beautiful customers that have bought one and then didn't get it when you thought you should have, and then leave neutral feedback. Well, I haven't put it in yet. Well, I haven't got it yet. Well, wait till you get it and wait till you use it. And if you've got a problem, you know, I'll gladly refund your money if there's a problem. But if you get it, there's one guy on the YouTube, on this YouTube thing that said it was real nonchalant. Says I got it, wasn't impressed. I think that's bullshit. I don't believe that. Okay, so let's go through the attributes of the tone bar. What the breakthrough? This ain't no breakthrough. People have been doing this for a long time. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I'm sure there are people that have. But the breakthrough is that they didn't do all the research, the trials, the tribulations to come up with a consistent product that they could sell, that everybody can install. It's a very, very, get that number in there. It's a very, very simple, effective device. And it's a new system and method of putting your strings on. Okay? And then you that's what you get. And then this is the prototype. And when you get it installed, you bend the wing up. And the wings are there for a purpose. They're there to hold on to. It gives you something to hold on to. And it keeps the strings from sliding off. You try to let that bend on there and you let go of that tone bar, and then the strings go everywhere and you start all over again. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Everything engineered into this is for a purpose. It gives it strength on the end. That little bend gives it strength. And it's a repeatable, marketable, patented device that is an alternative to using pins on your guitar. Okay, let's talk about the pins. You don't need pins no more. They're gone. Now, what if you break a string? I've heard this a million times, and I haven't. That guitar I just played for you, I have never broke a string on that guitar. That bridge, the bridge is smooth on the top. It's not sharp. Like I told you before, you got something wrong with your guitar if you're breaking strings all the time. Next time, I'm going to promise you this video. I'm going to bring out my trigger, my Road Dog, that I've it's been on both coasts and every beach I get close to. It's got a tone bar in it, and I'm going to purposely break a string, because I think if you break a string, when you break a string with a tone bar, that the rest of the string's hanging out, that means it broke up here. Correct? Okay? So there's still the room. And so I'm going to say if you take a ball in and stick it down that hole next to the tone bar and jam a pin in there, that'll get you through your gig. You guys, it only take one guitar to a gig and hit real hard and break strings. I don't get it. Okay, so with no pins, how many times have you had to drill them out, beat them in? Pins have been a pain in the ass. Thank God we had them, or we wouldn't have all these good acoustic guitars. So pins are no longer the problem. Okay, so we're getting rid of the pins. We're getting better contact with the tone bar. You get better palm muting. You can get your palm over the strings, and you can control the dynamics of what you're playing, which is kind of important when you're playing out. Okay, so and the tone bar gives the guitar like it's coming from the inside of the wood. I mean, it's coming out, and you feel that. You know, you feel the expression of the guitar. One guy talked about the subtleties and the nuances of the tones that are coming out of the guitar that he didn't hear before. That's called, you know, overtones in music. When the strings are just rammed up in there. I call this helter-skelter. You're not getting any contact area for that string when it's vibrating to all those overtones and subtleties keep ringing out through the bridge plate and transferring to the bridge. You know, knee bone connected to the elbow bone, or however they, whatever they're connected to. Okay, so it's better. Okay, now improved tone, improved palm muting. Okay, you get better tone and richer tone. That's what I'm trying to talk about. And then you get consistent string changes. Okay? When you change strings on your guitar with pins in it, there it is. See how those pins are just, I'm going to clamp that on there. See how those pins are just, they're all turned all different kind of ways? You can't repeat that when you put new strings on there. There's no way you can do that. There's no way. But with a tone bar, you get all the ball ends lined up like they were on the machine when they were wound. And then when you take the strings off, when you loosen the strings out of your guitar, they just fall out. You're not beating the pins out. You're not pulling them out. You're not drilling them out. The tone bar just falls right straight down it. And then you bend it back up, open, and then slide the strings off and then start all over. Now, if your tone bar somehow, for some reason, people think the tone bar gets all mangled, it doesn't. When you take it out, just take a little hammer and just kind of roll it on a table and just kind of tap it, and it'll straighten right back out. And then you get the bend on there, slide them back on there, and do it all over again. So when you change the strings with the tone bar, you line all the strings back up, and you pull it back through like a ponytail, like I told you, and then you're getting all those ball ends line up on the end of the string on the tone bar, like they were wound on the machine at the factory. And that is constant, and it's constant and repeatable string change after string change. Okay, what's next? It's my contention that you're less likely to break a string because you're not bending the ball end all up and messing that whole fragile wrapped end down there on the end of the ball end. Your only worry on a tone bar is if your bridge is sharp. That's it. If you can just file your bridge off a little bit on that side it's breaking over, if you smooth that over, you shouldn't break a string. Not with a tone bar, because that's the only place that the string is getting bent is where it breaches the saddle. Think about it. And with all this pressure, this is the tone bar. Here's a tone bar, and the strings are pulling it up. It actually, like I said, I had a guitar that the bridge was coming up about, almost, I'll say that much. And then I put the tone bar on her, and it went down to that much. The tone bar pushes the bridge down to the top of the guitar. It's not trying to rip it off. It's trying to pull it down through it. Better contact. The string change, like I said, I just went over that. The string changes are easy. You just unloosen your strings, cut them, boom, it falls through. And then you pull it out, bend it, take the strings off, stick new set of strings down there, slide them up, and pull them through like a ponytail. It's a quicker change once you adapt to the different system and method of putting strings on your guitar. Okay, you get better feel with your guitar. Your guitar, like I said, the subtleties and the nuances, your guitar feels like it comes alive. Read the feedback on eBay. These people are telling you what my Yamaha did, what my Taylor did, how it made my Martin sound. Each guitar is different. Each experience is different. And so you need to learn that for yourself. I know from that guitar, I had pins in it when I first built it. It was okay. But man, when I put that tone bar in there, that thing became a beast. Everybody's trying to buy this guitar. I built a guitar that I couldn't afford to buy, is basically what happened. Okay, now, better feel. And if you like pins, that's cool. You can use a tone bar, cut your pins in half, and just plug the holes up. You still get the look. You still get the look. You still get the feel. And then you're getting better contact because the plugging up the holes where the strings go through does not affect the tone bar in the least. Okay, cut your pins in half. And then here's another thing I found out on a couple of guitars that I worked on for customers. I put the tone bar in there and I heard drrrr. What the hell's that? Drrrr. They had a loose brace. The tone bar makes the top vibrate. If you got a loose brace, it'll show up. You'll hear it. It'll rattle it'll chatter. It'll do something. You'll hear the noise. You're like, I never heard that before. I didn't know I had a brace loose when I had pins in my guitar, but I put a tone bar in there and it makes the top vibrate so much. I got a loose brace now. All you got to do is find it, squeeze some glue in there, put your little Jenga block or something and hold it down for 24 hours and pull it out and you're good to go. Working on guitars ain't rocket science. I hate that word luthery because Mr. Stradivari and I were trained as cabinet makers, and that's where all the good guitar builders come from cabinet making, not from going to some luthier school, okay? All right. Not, it's just a name. I don't want to be, if I was going to be pegged anything, I'd rather be pegged as an inventor as opposed to something else. Okay. Again, this is cheap, $10. It's effective. It's the right material. It's the right size. It's the right usable application. This is a repeatable. When you buy a tone bar, if you bought the first one, and I know the guy that bought the first one, a sweetheart of a guy who's seen it and said that's something. To the one I'm holding in my hand, I'll probably ship out tomorrow or the next day. It's the exact same one. They're all consistent. It's the same material. It's the same size. It was made on the same jig. I make all these by hand right now, and the consistency and the quality control is they're all exactly alike. Promise me, they're all if you get two of them, they're all alike. Okay, so it's cheap, it's effective, it's easy to install, it's repeatable, it makes your guitar sound better, or it might just make your guitar sound different but better. Okay, so this is just an update. If you've ordered one and haven't got it yet, please be patient. It's gonna make it there. It's when it's non-machinable, it can't go through no machine so they got to hand sort it. I don't know if it's because it's summertime and people are on vacation, but it will get to you. It's the post office's problem, but it will get there. Trust me. When I first started, I said, I didn't get it. All right, well, I'll send you another one out. I sent it out. The next day, I got it in the mail yesterday. Well, just keep the other one and sell it to your neighbor or put it in your neighbor's guitar. Okay, I got more content coming. Thank you for everybody that's watching. I've been getting phone calls from people from Seattle, from San Diego, from Michigan. Thank you. I consider these people friends now. I've talked to some of them for an hour, and they're going, dude. Well, this one guy told me, I'll share this little story with you. He goes, I had this old guitar, and he goes, it sounded like shit, and I stuck it in a case and left it alone. Then I went to the store, bought some new strings, come home, put some new strings on, it still sounded like shit. So I stuck them back under the bed. He goes, and I seen your little device, and I ordered a couple of them. And he goes, let's see if that thing really works. So he pulled that guitar out, same strings, because they were newer strings. He didn't change the strings. Pulled it out, played it, still sounded like shit. Put the tone bar in there. He said, dude, that guitar was twice as loud, brighter, was musically worthy, and even his girlfriend said that guitar never sounded that good before. And then this dude says, dude, I just had to call you because of what the difference it made. Now, your results may differ, but I'm telling you, if it's installed right, and I don't care if it's a dog or a high-end Martin, it's going to make a difference for the better. Trust me. It's just like Little Richard said, it ain't what you eat, it's the way how you chew it. It's a new method and system for putting strings on your guitar. Get one, buy one. It's coming your way. It may be a little slow, but let me tell you, the wait will be worth it. Another update, my little video camera here that I like to use, if it goes over a half an hour, I can't load it onto my PC and upload it to YouTube because I'm not going to go into all my technical problems. But so what I'm going to do in the future is if I see that I'm running up to a half an hour, I'm just going to cut it off. It's going to be like a two-part Batman series. So I'm going to cut it off, and then I'll start immediately recording again, which it does, and then I'll just post them back to back. It'll be like a two-part episode. But I'm not going to that other video I did on that JR or DR 100 Epiphone. It was so long I had to play the iPad and record it with my Fujifilm, and then the quality wasn't good. So I get good quality with this. So if I run over, I'm just going to say goodbye, shut it off, and it'll be like a two-part Batman episode. So thank you, but then all the jokers are all the haters. Okay, all right. So thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support, for all the encouragement, and that just takes me over the moon because it's great, and it feels good to have somebody believe in what you're doing and what you're trying to bring to the public, because it hadn't been out there before. Yeah, a lot of people's done it, but nobody got the patent on it and made it marketable, made it affordable, and made it deliverable with a consistent product. Okay. Remember, Canada, $17. You can buy it through eBay International Shipping. It's really slow to get to you. Please remember this. It's slow to get to you. It will get to you. If you order one, I'll mail it out within 24 hours. I get to order, I fill it out. I can't go to the post office now because I have to have a clerk non-machine stamp it and put the postage on it. So they're getting there. Thanks for everybody watching. Have a great day, and take care of those who you love. Thank you.